Welcome to the Recover Yourself podcast. I'm your host, Martin John, and as always, we're going to be talking about recovering yourself. Today, we're doing a TaoCast with Meghan, a clinical psychologist I've known for quite a while and love dearly. She has wonderful insights as well as great ways of articulating things so that they're understood. Much better than I am, but so I hope you enjoy it, and here we are. Oh man, this is so fun. So this is a thing I'm doing now.
It's so fun. It's such a good idea. Do you know the book, A Thousand Names for Joy?
I do not.
So that book is Stephen Mitchell, the Tao translator, interviewing his wife, Byron Katie.
I didn't know that was the...
He gives her lines from Tao, and she just riffs on them.
Oh.
So this is like 1,000 Names for Joy, but for regular people. Yeah.
So I didn't know that Stephen Mitchell and Byron Katie were connected.
Yes, they've been married a little while. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
He saw her, and he was like, "Oh, she's the real thing," and he just pursued her, and she was like, "Why not?"
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would assume that both of them would find what they're looking for. You know, like.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a good pairing.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that information. I had no idea. So, and I've seen videos of them too, and I've just never put it together. What do you have a number that's coming to you?
I was just playing with that. I think you're not getting a lot of these, but 44.
44. 2 fours.
Mm-hmm.
Fame. Oh, I really like this one. Fame or integrity? Which is more important? Money or happiness? Which is more valuable? Success or failure? Which is more destructive? If you look to others for fulfillment, you will never be truly fulfilled. If your happiness depends on money, you will never be happy with yourself. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you.
That's
I don't know that there's anything to say about that one.
What did you say?
It's like okay, my response, yes. I go.
Yeah, yes, and yes.
Yeah. So this success or failure, which is more destructive? Can we talk about that a little bit? Like, whoa.
Yes. More destructive. Yeah. So what's your first?
Well, I mean, right now, again, I don't want to pinpoint any one thing, but let's look at how destructive success is today. Mm-hmm. And think about the success of social media. If you are successful on social media, how destructive can that be on your personality and your persona and who you think you are? And those are all made up.
That's what success is for. It's for the made up being. And then meanwhile, your body is over here like, I don't want any of this. You know, like none of this is actually genuine to my actual being. Often I find, right? Because the whole concept of success is it's all concept. Like I don't know what that is, right? It's all conceptual. It's of like there's a whole bunch of people and like I'm doing better than them, and then that gets me something. It's so abstract. Yes, it's all constructed. It's all a mental game, and meanwhile, I mean, for me, it's so much about the actual human. Yep. Over here going like, but what about me? What about what I actually want? Right? What's actually, to go back to the other line, fulfilling. Because fulfillment is for a body, it's for an actual human,
right? Not
for the concept of ego and of getting something in the game. So yeah, it's the game. It's like success or failure, sort of according to who.
Right. And it's interesting when you mention the fulfillment, the line says, if you look to others for fulfillment, you will never be fulfilled. Now, that comes directly after fame or integrity, which is more important, money or happiness, which is more valuable, success or failure, which is more destructive. And so what it's saying is success and failure, money and what's important, what's valuable, and what's destructive is always looking outside of yourself. Yeah. It's inferring that fulfillment, when you looking for fulfillment in others, comes from fame, money, and success.
Yes. Yes. Which is our childhoods. It's all of this, like, am I approved of in their eyes? And then that'll keep me safe, which is
Right.
attachment fear 101, right? Like,
Absolutely.
Byron Katie would say, I need their love, attention, approval to survive, And we did when we were 1 year old and they had the milk. But beyond that,
Right.
it's sort of mental fear memory that has us continuing to reach outside ourselves.
Man, so good. Such a good number. But one that, okay, so if your happiness depends on money, you will never be happy with yourself. Again, yes, right? Like that's all like, and this is something that I've lived my life by. And like I'm getting older and I'm like, I'd like a little bit of money. but understanding where happiness lies in that and understanding that it is a bigger balance than just like, I want a lot of money. And that's what brings me success and fame.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's more like, money is this sort of concept of resource. And again, the concept of success, it's sort of all tied in there versus actually resourcing oneself, which
right.
we are being resourced in any one moment, every single moment. There may not be money here, but there is resource. And actually, the more we tune into our bodies and the more we resource ourselves, the more money comes. Right. So the more it goes back to like fulfillment. Like, what does this being actually want, right? Not what they think I should be for them. And then there's this, there's real fulfillment. And there's a realization, this realization that you never were lacking anything.
Absolutely.
And so, yes, there might not be money here, but in this moment, that's all concept.
Yeah.
You're full, right? You aren't lacking any, all concept. Yeah.
And directly after that, like after that line of if your happiness depends on money, you will never be happy with yourself. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize that that there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you.
That's right. That's right. And then you see like all of the options. You see all the resources.
Absolutely.
I've met some people, in recovery, I'm sure too. You're at your rock bottom, you've got nothing. And then you actually are like, you actually look around without searching anymore. You're done. You're like, you're wiped out, you're wiped clean. And there's so much resource. The world belongs to you. There's so much resource actually in the world. We believe there isn't. There actually is.
We believe there is not enough because we're being told that the three things that we need is fame, money, and success, none of which there is ever enough.
There's never enough, right? It's bottomless.
Right.
Every hungry ghost.
Right. Yeah. I wanna. That's a great one. One that we can't like talk for hours about because like there's no way to again. This is why I like Stephen Mitchell's translation so much because it's so beautifully expressed so often.
Yeah.
So look at that. So 44. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I'm really excited. I'm like your being in my life is just something that I'm so grateful for.
Oh, me too. It just felt like kismet from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I'm so good for you and just it's so good to just know you're in the world and to connect when we can.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, thank you so much. Meghan's going to be doing a guided meditation at Tide House here in Chicago on April 7th from 10 to 11:30 in the morning. It's going to be an embodiment and stillness meditation, as well as conversation, and there's going to be live music involved. So you're definitely going to want to check that out. And get in touch with her via her website. At the bottom of her homepage, there's a way to subscribe to her emails, and they don't come very often, but I do know that she's never been someone I've been like, oh, I hear too much from her. So she's always someone that I kind of feel like I don't hear enough from. So if you want to keep in touch with what she's doing and what she's up to, definitely check out a subscription on the bottom of her homepage. You can find links in the description of this video. Thanks again for listening to the Recover Yourself podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Martin John, and you can find me and contact me through any social media outlet. Feel free to tell me how I'm doing, give me any feedback, any ideas. If you're interested in doing a TaoCast, let me know. I'm always open to chatting with new people. And we'll see you next Sunday.